Highway robbery. Chat. Highway robbery. Absolutely. Absolutely. Abso-effing-lutely, man. Are you kidding me? Also, I had another outage, so my stream deck doesn't work. You can see it's blinking. So the way I have to go about this live stream is not fun. I have to like constantly click over here and first world problems, man, I swear. Well, I don't know. We're not so much first world anymore. McClung dunk was bunk. I don't. Castle versus McProps. Guys, I'm so happy I'm not the only one that feels this way. I'm so happy. I am so happy I'm not the only one that feels this way, chat. People all through the chat are agreeing on this. By the way, why do I have the score at the bottom when there's no games? Obviously, it'll be blank. You guys can just deal with it, though. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Just props. That's how I felt, guys. Hold on. Let me bring something up. I was so afraid that I would be the only one. I was so afraid that I would be the only one to say that this was BS. And obviously, us being a Spurs channel, me being a Spurs fan, I mean a crazy Spurs fan, obviously it would look bad on my part, right? It would look really bad on my part to say that we deserve it, or that he deserved 50s on his dunks. But it's nice to know that lots of people agree with it. Hat is fire. Thanks, man. My girlfriend made it for me. Look at this though. I can't really show it because obviously copyright. But like, he dunked this. Ball shot through the net. Catch it midair. Between the legs. Crazy elevation. Dunk. Insane. Insane. For this to not be a 50. Two judges literally gave it a 49. And those two judges being Jesser, didn't even know who that was, I'll be honest with you. But apparently YouTuber. Very disturbing to me that when they're going over the accolades of the judges, that they start off with YouTuber with 25 million subscribers. I heard an actress the other day mention this. I can't remember which actor it was, but she mentioned that a lot of producers now, when they're trying to get people on as far as being like an actor for their show or movie or whatnot, they look at Instagram followers. Kind of crazy to start it off with he has 25 mil. Like that's not an accolade. Like that's a big deal, but like why did we start off with that? That's stupid to me. And then Tracy McGrady giving it a 49. It's like, what? I know T-Mac hates the Spurs, but like, what are we doing? He's a YouTuber making a living with basketball content. Oh, okay. Was he like a 2K YouTuber first or something? I heard he was a 2K YouTuber and then made NBA content. Still, just silly. Trying my best not to be a hater here, but I'm just being honest, man. Yep. Just being honest. All right, but I'm happy that I'm not the only one that feels this way. I'm happy that all of us agree that this was absolute highway robbery. The fact that ball through the net, between your legs, dunk isn't a 50. What is it? What's a 50? It makes me this was so prop heavy. This was so prop heavy when it came to McClung, till it just made me believe that if Steph Castle would have just put a cape on for some showmanship, then he would have got a 50 for this. Oh, he had a cape. Oh, he's Superman. Like, what is this? And it might be. I'm not trying to sound like a old head here, okay? Because I do like props, but your first dunk of the contest, you jump over a car. What is that? Like, the props should be limited at this point. It's just not fair. And the reason why it's not fair, because you can say, well, Steph Castle could have done all that. No, he couldn't have. He's playing NBA games. He's on the road. McClung, no offense, you know. But, I mean, two-way contract, G Leaguer. He's mostly known for his dunks or whatnot. He's probably been practicing this all year. Like, Steph didn't know that he was going to be in the dunk contest until like a month ago, guys? When did we find out? About a month ago? Like, what are we talking about? He's on the road constantly. Like, they have practice, then they're on the road, and they have practice, then they're on the road. Like, I don't think he had a lot of time to think of a bunch of props that he could do, some crazy props he could do. Just ridiculous. Everything is just dunk over person. And honestly, this gonna sound controversial, okay? I think too many props, at some point you take off a point. Like the dude on the ladder holding up the ball, and then he just gently has to tap it into the rim or tap it into the goal while, you know, catching the other one. Like, grabbing the ball midair and dunking it, that's impressive. The tapping the ball into the, like, what was the point of that? It looks cool, but like, I don't think it elevated the dunk that much. Like, people were trying to tell me like, well, it elevated the dunk. All his props elevated the dunk. I didn't think that elevated anything. It was just too much, bro. You shouldn't be allowed that many props. And on top of it, guys, can someone explain to me? And if I'm just misinformed, I'm misinformed. But can someone explain to me why Buzelis missing a dunk gets a 40, but Castle, his first initial dunk being insane, gets a 47? How do you get any points for missing a dunk? I really need someone to explain that to me. How do you get any points? At that point, just put me in the dunk contest. I'll go out there, do a layup, and then just show them a sketch, a play-by-play sketch of what I was going to do, because I have a concept of a dunk that I was going to do. This is what I was going for, guys. And then they'll be like, oh, okay, 40. It's just 0 to 10. Oh, is that what it is? 40 was the lowest. Okay. Why is 40 the lowest? What? Why? Can someone explain that to me? Why are we doing 40 to 50? If Steph would have made the made basket dunk in the first try, it would have been a 50. Okay. All right, I'm not that. What? No, I'm still kind of angry. I don't understand how. Are you guys sure? Are we absolutely sure that 40 is the lowest? I don't understand how it's the lowest. Dunk score overview. The NBA dunk score is a live model that analyzes over 25 different attributes of a dunk, each calculated directly from the player's tracking data. They do all this. The system is entirely data-driven, meaning the score is independent of external factors like the dunker's identity, the game score, or whether it's the preseason or playoff game. Wait, this is to get into the dunk contest, right? Or what is this? A deep dive into the NBA dunk score. Oh wait, this isn't dunk contest. The impact of deep. Okay, this isn't dunk contest. What the heck is that? I looked up dunk contest scoring. That's all I looked up. NBA Oscar dunk contest scores results. No. I don't understand. Oh, we're gonna go over all that. All right, let me get a good understanding of this before I go in on it, because I don't quite understand it now. 40 to 50. NBA slam dunk contest rules, scoring, contestants, and other info. The 4 contestants each get 2 dunk entries in the first round, with each judge scoring from maximum of 50 and minimum of 40. Okay. I don't understand why. I took way too much time on this. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't change how I feel. I mean, I don't even think you should have an opportunity. Like, okay, so he gets a 40 on his... Well, you're saying it's a 0. Technically it's a 0. I just don't understand why they do it that way. Okay. Anyways. All right. Back to it. All right. So this entire Saturday was just awful. I'll just be real with you guys. I thought it was absolutely awful. From the situation with CP3 and Wemby to this awful scoring. Okay, hold on. My stream deck isn't working because we had an outage last night, so it's kind of messing up. But this amazing dunk by Steph Castle that I've never seen before. Ball through the hoop, between the legs, dunk, beautiful, smooth, great, awesome. It gets 49.6. How it didn't get straight 50s, I don't know. We know that Tracy McGrady is a complete hater, and then they had Jesser, the YouTuber, giving it a 49. Really disgusting behavior here, and to the point where it just really irritates me because McClung was nothing but props. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I thought that he was incredible. I thought that he's an amazing dunker, but the amount of props that he was able to put into his performance, call me an old head. I don't think it should be allowed. I truly don't think it should be allowed. And the reason being is because, once again, no disrespect, but he's on a 2-way contract. His game is primarily dunking, and I feel like he had a lot of time to do this. He knows he's going to be in the contest, right? He just worked on this all year. I don't know. That was too many props. And some of the props, like I said earlier in the stream, I don't necessarily think that they actually elevated his dunks. I saw some people tell me like, oh no, it was more impressive, because I don't think that. I don't actually think that. Some of them, sure. But in particular, the one where the guy was on the ladder, I'm like, oh my God, they're bringing out a ladder. Like, this is silly. The guy's on the ladder and all he had to do was tap the ball into the rack. I mean, the initial ball that he picked up and dunked, that's impressive. But then the other one that he had to tap in, what made that impressive? That's just a prop. It's just a prop. They should have gave Steph a 50 for this dunk, because it is a 50 dunk. I don't know what else it would be. This is a 50 dunk. And they could say, oh, it's because he didn't finish or whatever. It's like, dude, the person throwing the ball into the rim messed up a few times. Like, it wasn't on Steph Castle. And the audacity of the commentators to say, well, Steph needs to slow down a little bit. He wasn't nervous at all. And they were trying to allude to the fact that he was nervous. He wasn't nervous at all. We see Steph Castle every single night as fans, okay? He had the exact same demeanor he always has. He was not nervous at all. I mean, he probably had some nerves, but like he was smooth. The first dunk, guys, not getting a 50 on the first dunk was insane to me. The cockback, why would you not get a 50 for that? Why would you not get a 50 for that? And I'm just happy that I'm not the only one complaining about this. Because, you know, you guys can just say, well, you're just a fan, you know. You're just a fan. Here's a few people. Here's a few people. Ja Morant. F with Castle. I F with Castle. Saying it without saying it, he should have won. Hold on. Should have won. I'm sure Ja Morant is going to be ecstatic to know that I reposted his tweet. He's going to go crazy. He's going to tell his whole family about it. But yeah. And here's a few more. Ja Morant says F with Castle. So he believes that he should have won. We have our boy here, Jeremy Sohan. Steph Castle won with the little shrug. Like, I don't care. He won. I don't care what anyone says. I agree. Absolutely agree. Look at this. Hold on. Don't copyright me, NBA. It's your fault. It's your fault for him losing. Do not copyright me. Look at this, guys. Look at this. I gotta go in slow. I'm just going in slow motion. Okay, this is my excuse. Look at this. This is not a 50. Chat. McClung said he's done competing going forward. McClung would have just won until he retired, bro. With all those props. Look at this, chat. This is actually insane. This is an insane dunk. I truly do believe if Castle just had a prop, I don't know if it was a mascot doing it. He should have just got the Coyote mascot. If the mascot did it, then it would have been a 50. It's so stupid. McClung is already not in the NBA. Exactly. He's on a two-way contract. He's in the G League. Jesser and T-Mac should be liable for this. They should have gave him a 50 like he deserved. Sure, give McClung his 50s and just keep giving 50 because Castle would have kept looking amazing. Keep giving 50s until McClung had no more props left. All right, so we got Jeremy Sohan saying this is BS. And you're probably like, oh, well, he's young, Jeremy's always off the hinges. He's crazy. He's crazy. Well, we have Manu Ginobili tweeting out, I'm probably biased, and I admit that McClung is amazing, but Steph deserves the win, in my honest opinion. You guys agree? Let me know. Yes, we agree. Emmanuel, we agree. Like, just cancel the dunk contest at this point. It's so silly. It's so silly. And then it was like, okay, that was bad. But what happened earlier, I think, was even worse. Just the most interesting part. You know what's crazy about this? And this is pretty awesome, right? Because this would not have been the case like a decade or probably over a decade ago. This would not have been the case. But the San Antonio Spurs were the highlight of today. They were the highlight of tonight, in my opinion. I thought they were the highlight. I thought Steph Castle was incredible. Actually, both nights. Steph Castle hit a game winner. Tonight, he had amazing dunks, in which he should have won. And then Wembanyama and Chris Paul being geniuses trying to win the skills contest. And it was funny at the very least. But, dude, it's a skills contest. But they took it so seriously. So if you guys, well, you should know. But what happened was, oops, I can't play that because copyright. I think I'll be copyrighted. Should we risk it? Let's listen. We'll risk it.
You got a job to do.
Yeah. Am I just open, Kevin?
Yep, you are. You're open right now.
It's Dana. Craig ran it to Dana, and Dana's telling me if you don't want it. No. Let it. It's right behind her.
So Kevin Harlan was like, just tell the NBA guy. Okay, if you guys don't know what happened, I'm probably out of context right now. So what happened was this very smart young man right here and this very smart veteran player, they went into the skills contest, and because making the 3-point shots and making your shots in the 3-point in the skills contest doesn't actually matter, they just threw the ball up. So when they got to those points, they just threw it towards the rim, kind of, whatever, doesn't matter. And let's go to the next thing. Yes. Go back to our passes, whatnot, that we have to do and finish this thing off with a dunk, right? That's what they did. They just came in. They just said, just throw it up, throw it up, throw it up. It doesn't matter. We don't have to sit here and try to make it and all. Like, it doesn't matter, right? And apparently, they also talked to officials about this to make sure that they could get away with that. Like, does it matter? And they say, yeah, you can do that. You can do that. So they went in. They did it. They got booed for it. Whatever. Who cares? Fans can boo if they want. It was the most interesting part of the night. And then after, they just disqualified them. And then didn't even tell them they were disqualified till the last round. So instead of the NBA coming in and saying, okay, come on, guys. Okay, someone might have told you can do that, but you can't. Or at least talking to them about it or right after it. They waited, and they didn't even allow them to redo it. They should have just allowed them to redo it. Like, everybody wants to see Wemby. Look at the YouTuber judge behind them. Yeah, it was probably all him. He probably was, yeah. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. It's like, dude, let them do it. Let them redo it. Why are we going? And then what ended up happening was, what's her name? I can't remember the journalist's name, but she was going over to interview Wemby and Chris Paul, and an NBA official said, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Get away. We're not doing that. No interviews. What are we doing? This is the All-Star. You guys wonder why your ratings are down. Because there's no fun at all. If you're not going to allow them to redo it, at least talk to them. I wanted to see that interview. That would have been fun. But you think Wemby's going to sit there and just say, like, F you guys on national television or something? Like, let them talk. Ali LaForce, thank you. That's her name. Bro in charge of who interviewed too. He in charge of everything. It was just so annoying. It was genuinely annoying. I'm not even that upset about the disqualification. I think it's dumb, but I'm not that upset about it. But not allowing them to talk afterwards wasn't fun. Like, you interviewed, like, this is what bothered me too. You interviewed other players on how they felt about what they did, but we can't interview the people who actually did it. What? What? What are we talking about? What? Let's just do that for everything. Let's do that in NBA games. Let's just interview people about how they felt someone else played. I guess they do that, but yeah, the YouTuber wasn't actually scoring clan. Then who was scoring? You guys are really confusing me now. So who was scoring, y'all? Fans? Now I'm really confused. Fan vote? Then why was it a 49, a 50, a 50, a 49, a 50? Is this really fan votes, or is this kind of like American Idol fan votes? You know what I mean? They're not actually fan votes. Fans equals Adam Silver. Yeah. Fans on the app. He represents the fan vote. So he represents the fan vote, and then everyone else was able to just vote. That is so dumb. That's like worse. 4 judges votes, 1 fan, 5 total. Shame on Tracy McGrady. Wow, I don't care about the dunk contest anymore, guys. It's just nothing but props and nonsense, and actual NBA players aren't going to be able to put up that many props. Some props are okay, some are fun, right? Like but it should be like the final event. It should be the final dunk. It should be like, oh my goodness, what is he about to do? You know, like, but you already shown throughout the contest that you just have that pure skill. Like, you can make it look amazing without all the props. And McClung is a phenomenal dunker. Don't get me wrong. But there's nothing about Steph Castle dunks that shouldn't have given him a 50. There's nothing about them. Nothing. You can say he didn't finish on the first attempt. Well, I can also say that the person who was doing it for him to put the ball in the rim was messing it up quite often. And that's okay. Agree. No props, all skills, and we'll see. That's all I want to see. That's all I want to see. I never thought, because I love those like YouTube dunks. Like if you guys look up professional dunkers, I love all those props and it looks really cool. But in a contest like this, where obviously these NBA players don't have the time to put together a crazy great prop performance, I think it's very ridiculous to not just allow them to purely dunk and allow that to be your last thing. And everything that McClung has done, we've seen before. I mean, not to say that, well, no, actually, I will say this. I don't think I've seen Castle's dunk before. The one that got a 49. 49.6. I don't think I've seen that before. But McClung, all the stuff that he's done was props that other players have done in the past. Just leave your props to the end. I never seen someone get it out the net. No. McClung was horrible. He wasn't horrible. He obviously got hops, but I mean, Castle should have won off of pure dunking and talent alone. He should have won, in my opinion. Steph should have won, though. Castle should have won. I think a lot of people think that. Let's see if we have any other NBA players just throwing something out there like that. Like, look at this. Guys, you see this? Let's say, all right, let me ask you something, okay? This is why I think it's ridiculous. If I showed you this picture and you didn't watch the dunk contest, when do you think this would have taken place? This dunk. When do you think it would have happened? Halftime. That's actually kind of funny. Yeah, that's kind of funny. That's the only halftime show. I don't know how he got a 50 the first round when he missed the first time jumping over the car. Final dunk. That's what I'm saying, JG. I think that this is a final dunk attempt. This is a last minute. Like when they gave him the keys on his first dunk, I just rolled my eyes. I'm like, what are we doing? This is too much. Yeah, this is fun or whatever, but like, let's just make it the McClung event. Let's not make it like a dunk contest anymore. Let's just make it the McClung event. Like we'll have our dunk contest and then we'll do the McClung event and he'll show off some of his greatest dunks. Like it's silly to me. McClung happy hour for real. It should have. No, actually, this should have happened. We should have done this right after the dunk contest. Just have a McClung event. That was so dumb. Bringing out a car in your first dunk is asinine. So silly. See how people feel. Mac McClung deserves an NBA roster spot for his actual game, not just because he can dunk. No. McClung isn't a great player. That's messed up. 3-peat. Ridiculous. All right. I'm not really knowing how people feeling about it. Okay, that's funny. Anyways, it's stupid. I didn't like it. I was irritated. Didn't have fun. I had fun until when he brought out the car on the first dunk, guys. I was like, this is gonna be one of those nights, right? He's just gonna get a 50 no matter what. It's a sweet move pulling in the first round. It just irritates me when I feel like you just need props. Like at that point, Castle, he just needs to do a few things, so he can have props. Like that's it. Just make sure he gets some props. Ridiculous. Anyways, Anyways, we got snubbed, guys. We got absolutely snubbed. Yeah, Steph's too busy playing in the NBA to worry about effing around with props. You can't, bro. He literally does not have time to be able to just get a bunch of props together and think about how you, like, it's too much. You have somebody doing a 360 on a hoverboard, like. Castle made his dunks look too easy. That's the problem too. It's like he made it look easy. So do the judges now think that it's easy? That first dunk not getting a 50, guys, is kind of insane. At the very least, that first dunk should have got a 49. It was like right off the bat. I was like, his first dunk attempt was incredible. It was so much power. It looked so easy. He just floated through the air. I was like, that was really good. Yeah, the slow-mo was crazy on that last dunk. Mac was doing crazy stuff. I just think it's too many props. Hopefully tomorrow we get some good competition going, guys. And we don't have to worry about anything. This is BS. This is making me angry. I'm getting angry all over again. Why is this dunk underrated? It just happened like a few minutes ago. Why is this dunk from Steph Castle is underrated? Why is this underrated? It just happened a few minutes ago. Why are we saying that this is underrated? Look at this. Hold on, I can't get in trouble for copyright. You know, we gotta be careful. Underrated. Ridiculous. This is underrated. It should have just been what it is. He should have just won. Ridiculous, man. He just needed more props. If he just had a Superman cape, he would have won. If he had a Batman mask, he would have won. What's this?
Was I moved? I don't think I was moved.
You didn't hear?
I wasn't moved, right?
No.
Was I moved? Was I?
I don't know if he's serious or not. Yeah, he was booed. They booed him. Mac might make me decide to dunk. If you do it, I'll do it with you. I guess that's good that came out of this. Ja Morant going to the dunk contest would actually be amazing. Giannis as well. That would be crazy. Wemby already knew. Oh, that's funny. Oh, yeah, that's funny. Look at that. I didn't notice that before. Wemby is doing it because that's what they saw in practice. How is this not a 5? Wait, this was a 5, right? This one was a 5. Or a 50 or whatever. Okay, it was a 50. How do you not win the dunk contest with this? Too much props. Too many props. It was Kia promotional commercial stunt. Felt like it. Start off with a dunk over a car is stupid to me. Hold on, let me bring the car out. So it was a 50. I'm not crazy. This one was a 50, I think. But the other one should have been a 50. Spurs Lee says, really not a fan of the NBA being so serious all of a sudden. For real. It wasn't clarified in the rules. Now they're not even getting an interview. Really respectful to Ali as well. I beg you not one person is going to care tomorrow when Jokic is lollygagging on the court. Ridiculous. Okay, I gotta save this. That does go hard. Actually, guys, new emote. How do we do this? New emote, guys. New emote. I had to take it from up here, I think. That's our new emote. T-Mac is a hater though. Dude, I heard that my friend told me that T-Mac actually thought that if he played more in 2013 that we would have won. That's kind of hilarious because I've always said that as a joke, like ironically. I didn't know he actually felt that way. That's kind of insane. All right, let's see here. I gotta remember how to do this. It's the notification thing. Alert box. Here we go. All right, cool. All right, we're changing our alert box. Facebook like what? Super chat. Follow. YouTube membership. Subscription. YouTube subscriber. Okay, I'm gonna change. Okay, cool. Change media. Here we go. All right. Heck yeah, I like this. All right, somebody, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe real quick. So just make sure it works. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Make sure it works, okay? Hold on, I gotta change the super chat one too. Here, yeah, cool. Then was there another one that does it? YouTube membership? Okay, YouTube membership. Let's change the YouTube membership one too. Cool. I guess everybody subscribed already. I guess it's just a waiting game now. I won't ask anybody to send a super chat. That will be kind of messed up. But when it happens, it happens. We'll see if it worked. Cool. Spurs about to go off after this weekend. They disrespecting us, bro. I can't believe they got serious all of a sudden. Snubbed, bro. I wonder if my dad watched this. I need to ask him if he watched this because I think he would agree with me that our boys should have won all these props. Hope Castle steals the show tomorrow. I hope Steph Castle wins. I hope he wins. And then I hope Wemby wins. Wemby's going to actually compete, so... It's also messed up the NBA didn't tell them they were disqualified until, like, later. Like, it's such a bad look, man. Castle and the Rising Stars are going to scare their first opponent tomorrow. The NBA just doesn't like that they got finessed. That's all it was. It was embarrassing. That's all it was. Too bad. I was actually cheering, bro. I saw that. I said, "Oh my God." And I was laughing, but then I also was like, I was kind of proud too. I was like, they really want to win. It's like, let's try to... I mean, dang, bro. I feel like McClung kind of cheated the system a little bit. Like, props is just what gets the people going. Let's just do as many props as possible. If every single thing we do is props, then we'll win. I feel like that's cheating. What's the difference between that and also, one of the players didn't even do chest passes. It was supposed to be chest passes. They didn't do chest passes. Disqualify him. Getting disqualified from an all-star. That's so stupid, bro. To me, I mean, I know this is going to sound biased, but like to me, I thought that was actually competing. I thought that was looking at the rules and just competing. If you have a problem with it, just allow them to redo it. It's not that big a deal. People want to see Wemby. Wemby's very popular. It's our first time seeing him for the weekend. You really don't think Mac had a good contest? I didn't say that.
Rookie of the year.
Oh my gosh, hold on. Oh my gosh. Don't copyright me. What is that? Where the heck is that coming from? I have no idea where that was coming from. No, I thought McClung did great, but like I think Steph should have won it. That was a lot of props. To the point where I just thought it was kind of ridiculous. To me, it just gets ridiculous after a while. That's too many props. That was the alert? Oh, that was the alert? Uh-oh, I messed up. Oh, that's not good. Okay, for now. Oh my God, that's loud. All right. I'm doing no sound. No more sounds for now. Super chat. What was that? Was that a super chat or did somebody subscribe? Steph's first dunk was underwhelming compared to McClung. But McClung had a it's too many props. You shouldn't allow that many props. I'm sorry. It's too many props. I don't think any actual NBA player will be able to compete with something like that. Too many props. Too many props. Can't compete with props. Steph had raw physical talent. He really did. The tip-in dunk was so corny. Max should have gotten a 47 max for that. That's what I'm saying. At some point, that's my whole point right there. And I hope I'm making sense when I say it. I think sometimes props don't actually elevate the at some point it feels like a gimmick. I felt like that dunk in particular was a gimmick. That was not more impressive than what Castle was doing. It was just props. The dude holding up the ball, like what part of him tipping the ball in made the dunk more impressive and worth a 50? What made that more impressive than what Castle did? Well, obviously Castle's a better. I mean, we're not arguing Frosty who's a better player. Obviously Castle's a better player. Like by a mile. But the dunk contest in particular, just this event, I just don't know what McClung did in that dunk with the ladder that made it more impressive. I don't know. That dunk had no substance, bells and whistles. Yeah, it just felt like a gimmick. It didn't actually elevate anything. It was just a gimmick. Like, also, you get on this ladder and you hold the ball right here, and then you, like, what point is that? What was the point of that? That just made me roll my eyes. That wasn't like a, oh my God, oh my goodness, oh my God. It was just like a, what? Why? He dunked two. Well, I mean, he could have just, I don't know. I felt like if he would have had the other ball in his left hand and then grabbed that other one that he did, that would have been more impressive. Like, Castle should have won, but I think we're hating too hard on Mac. It was just too many props. There's nothing again. Mac was incredible. Like, he's an incredible dunker, right? Obviously, easily an incredible dunker. But this is the NBA dunk contest. He is in the G League, and a lot of times, like NBA, especially in Steph's case, NBA players on the road, they don't have time. I mean, he found out like a month ago that he was going to be in the dunk contest. You don't have time to actually practice all these dunks you're going to do. So you're doing just kind of raw, showing your raw talent. And I thought Castle was incredible. And him not getting a 50 on that second. If they lose, they lose. If he lose, right? But like, he shouldn't get a 49.6 when it's a obvious 50. Obvious 50. And McClung has all these props. You're just not going to beat that. So, in my opinion, I think that they should just kept giving 50s because there's nothing that made me think Castle shouldn't have got a 50. Even on his first dunk, I thought that should have been at least a 49. There's nothing that I'm like, okay, he shouldn't get a 50. So just give 50s till it's over. Eventually, McClung will run out of props. And then we'll just see how it goes. Too many props. So I can't blame, I don't want to blame Steph Castle for not bringing out, I don't know, the coyote mascot or bringing out a Superman cape. It's like that's what he had to do. Like bring out a Superman cape, bro. You would have won. They would have thought the dunk was more impressive if you had a cape on. Stupid. Steph was robbed. Steph was robbed. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. He was robbed. Clan Vince Carter didn't use props. Yeah, they start off the event showing Vince Carter clips from 2000. They start off showing his clips from 2000. And then throughout the event, just kind of discredit what Castle's doing. Like little jabs here and there. Oh, he's nervous. Oh, he went too fast on that one. Did he cuff it? Oh, he did cuff it. Did he cuff it? Shut up. Well, the fans are, the crowd is really warming up. You know, they're not really into it yet. Even the judges are warming up. That's why you got a 47. That is stupid. Stupid event. I don't know, dude. This event actually did trigger me. I was genuinely mad after it. Props and gimmicks have been a part of the dunk contest for actual players for years, though. Why is it this year it's a problem? Because there were 50 million of them, Brandon. I think that those props should be limited to, like, your last couple dunks. I know it's been a part of it for years, but it's not every single... He started off dunking over a car. That's ridiculous. You can tell that Steph Castle, the way that he performed his dunks, it was one kind of amping up to the next one, right? Like, he was like, okay, I'm going to start off with this one that's impressive, but I'm going to get better and better, and it's just going to be raw talent dunks. And I felt like with McClung, right off the bat, it was just props. Starting your dunk contest off dunking over a car is just silly to me. I feel like that shouldn't be allowed. I think that they should really limit the amount of props you do during a game or during a dunk contest and just let it end with that. You can end with props, but it shouldn't just be props all throughout the event. One person doing all these props, and meanwhile, all the other players just didn't have time to practice all of this. I think McClung worked on this all year, bro. Like, all year. I don't know what to have to do. McClung is donating the car used tonight to a foundation in his hometown. I don't care. What does that have to do with the contest? I don't care. Castle was pure bounce. He really was. Castle should have dunked over Wemby. Would have been insane, but I don't want anybody getting hurt, I guess. I'm surprised the judges didn't place more value on the purity of Castle's dunks. James, exactly what I'm saying. He made it look easy. It was so much power behind it, and he made it look easy. He pushed off on his props too to get air too. Did he on the dunk one? I didn't know if he did on the dunk one. Someone said he did, but I wasn't sure. Clan, I didn't like how commentators saying McClung saved 3-point contest. BS. Castle has it all. Oh, you mean dunk contest? Yeah. Castle keep it real. When in a basketball game, do you expect to dunk over a car in a live game? Exactly. Yeah, they did say that. He saved it. Like, let's just discredit Castle, I guess. Kind of smart using props when there's fan vote, not gonna lie. I guess. The NBA is like, they're stupid, bro. The All-Star weekend in general is dumb. Like, tomorrow, I'm looking forward to it to an extent because I just want to see Wemby, like, ball on people, him and Steph. But then I'm also just kind of like, why is this event this way? Like, first to 21, right? Or first to 40 or something. And then we have a tournament. It's like, you guys are really trying. Van vote is dumb. I'm not crazy about the fan votes. At that point, it's just whoever has the better props. You know, it just turned into a clown show. That's a really good point from Frosty, though, like that they didn't take into account the purity of the dunk. I don't like it for all-star selection either. Yeah, me neither. No, the format is good. I think everyone's really gonna try. Oh, you talking about for tomorrow? We'll see. I think Wemby's gonna force them to try. Wemby was copying Castle left hand behind the back dunk. Do you know he was gonna do that? Yeah. So they actually been the team has already seen Castle's dunks. He's done them in practice already. There was a report that came out saying like everyone was going crazy after one of Steph Castle's dunks that he attempted or that he did, and it was probably that one. So yeah, he showed off his team. He showed off to his teammates already. All right. Well, we got the game tomorrow. We'll hop on and we'll talk about it. Right? Obviously, we have to do that. I wouldn't do you guys like that, right? We got to talk about it. Let's see how people are feeling about what Manu said. Solid bait? I don't think this was bait. Manu Ginobili says, I knew you guys were going to support me. What are we talking about? I have no idea what's going on. I don't think that's bait. Diehard Spurs fan here. McClung crushed it. The rim tap, too good. I've seen it before. Awesome dunks, don't get me wrong, but all too similar for me. It like players have done this before. You know, it just felt it felt like his dunks were all just like the dunks that he did were all just dunks that we've seen before that we were really impressed by previously, which it was still great, you know, but it's just dunks we've seen before. Manu, I'm biased too, so let me help. Nothing really special about jumping straight up over a 6'3" guy and having a man on a ladder holding a second ball halfway in the rim. Nothing special about jumping straight up and tapping the ball on the rim and dunking either. All good. We have a stud who is going to be a star with Vic. Manu, I think we need to convince Matt Bonner to come. Oh my god, Dylan's funny. All 4 of the final round dunks were 50s. Steph got robbed. They should have done a tiebreaker. Easily should have done a tiebreaker. They should have did a tiebreaker and said no props. What you got? No props. Tiebreaker, no props. Show us what you got. Clan, I want to see Wemby's world team play against Castle Rising Stars. A great game. That's a lot of talent. Because the Rising Stars, they're going to try for sure, but that's a lot of talent on Wemby's side. They were so similar, I want them to ban props. I need pure dunks. Castle provided that for us, but he got punished for it. I'm so happy people agreed with this. I really thought I was going to come across as a hater when I initially tweeted out, like, it was no prop. Like, there's too many props. Every dunk can't be a prop, bro. Hold on. Did NBA... Hold on. Steph Castle was absolutely phenomenal. Shut up. 360 windmill, 47.2. Reverse windmill off glass, 47.8. Lob through the net and legs, 49.6. How was this one, the lob through the net and legs, less impressive than his last? I just don't get it. It's stupid. Castle is going to be this weekend's MVP. I hope so. Clan McClung's were circus shots. McClung's performance is best halftime show antics. Clan, we have your sixer. It seemed ridiculous. Even Vic feeling it. Look at Vic. even Vic is like, all these props. Come on. Spurs got robbed twice today. We're by far the most interesting act coming up for the NBA, and they rob us like this. By far, the San Antonio Spurs are the most interesting team coming up for the NBA, and they treat us like this. Wemby better come out pissed tomorrow. Wemby's gonna kill them. I want him to embarrass everybody. Bro, NBA hates the Spurs. If he was in the Lakers uni, it would have been 50 across the board. If he was Lakers, it would have been 50 across the board. If we were Lakers, then Wemby would have got a second chance. Clan, this is going to make them hungry, and they will have a winning streak. They will make the play-in and playoffs. But that's a big leap. But I still believe in the playoffs as well. So we'll see how they are after this weekend. They need a break. Wemby saying it was his strategy and that refs confirmed it was okay, but got disqualified because of the boos. What a stupid contest. I'm like genuinely upset about this, guys. I'm like not pretending. I actually am upset about this. I'm upset I wasted my time watching. Well, I didn't waste my time. I got to talk to you about it, but still stupid. And the fact that even Wemby's like, Wemby's like, nah. Remember what happened Wemby and the Spurs after All-Star break last year? We got really good near the end of the season, yeah. Why even have the threes if making them doesn't count? Players should just throw it away if that's the case. Yeah, what is the point? Yeah, what is the point? Castle being a good sport, but that was BS. None of the players over there are even celebrating Matt. Because it's just so... It's not to be a hater, but he's not in the NBA. And these are a bunch of props. He's not even in the NBA. They gave him a 50 for everything. Like how? The last one wasn't a 47. How was the last one not a 47? The last one should have been like a 48. It was cool, but like it should have been a 48. The guy on the ladder, what was that? 47. Like I think at some point props should take points off. I think at some point props should just take points off. No, that's unironically actually true. Bro, he makes more money from the dunk contest than actually playing basketball. That is unironically actually true. Don't have a problem, but lack of creativity. Props for the most part just eye candy. Yeah, it looks cool. The best dunk I thought he had was the fake reverse dunk and then he turned over midair. That was insane. I was like, whoa, that was cool. The rest, I was just like, okay, it's props. It's cool, but it's props. NBA should let robots judge the dunk contest. Yeah, just let AI do it. The audacity to start off praising Vince Carter and then to disrespect Castle like that. I don't know how Steph didn't get a 50 on the second. I don't see how he didn't get more than a 47 on the first. He came out right after. That was his first dunk attempt. One opportunity to get it, and he didn't get it. At least we'll get Rookie of the Year. And hopefully we get an MVP tomorrow. A Wemby MVP. For the next 15 years. Also, Draymond Green on his preseason. Also on House of Highlights. Somehow defended Wemby. Check it out. I'm going to save it. You said it's on House of Highlights?
But what I will say is Wemby walked around the court asking everybody, like, so, because they say, make 1 or 3 attempts. And Wemby said, oh, so I could just get all 3 of them up there. And they like, yeah. So he asked. Now, he may not have asked the right people. But I will say, in Wemby's defense, he did ask a lot of people. I heard him ask maybe 5 or 6 people, like, so you sure I could just throw the ball? So
I thought that might be a Chris Paul decision instead of a Wemby decision.
it was actually a Wemby decision.
Okay.
It was Wemby decision, but he probably should have went with the old vet. Because see, when we was practicing, Wemby practiced a couple times just throwing them, and C was actually shooting. So the old man followed the rookie right off the cliff.
We'll take a look at this again tomorrow after the game. Clan, they had actual footage of Steph Castle doing dunks in live games. All of McClung's were from previous dunk challenges. No dunks from live games. Clan, they had, oh, I saw, yeah, you posted it again. Yeah. Hey, Clan, coming in late. If Castle had a dunk plan to hop over Wemby, that's an easy 50. Yeah, it's like, you need props. He undoubtedly did great. He was the best, in my opinion. I think you should get points for not having props. I think props should hurt you to some extent. I think too many props should hurt you. referred to Castle as the Predator. Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. Well, at least the NBA got to see Castle. Even my mom was saying Steph's dunks were more effortless and powerful. Even she said the props were annoying. It's too many props. Limit of 1 prop dunk going forward. I will be content with that. 1 or 2. More, yes, do 1, honestly. 1 prop dunk. The rest got to be pure dunks. I don't think anything's wrong with somebody like throwing the ball up for you, to some degree. That's not that bad. But like some of that stuff where it's like, okay, he's standing up. Now we're going to put him on a platform. And he's going to stand on the platform. So, I mean, he could have just went on his tippy toes, but the prop is what makes it more impressive, I guess. It's dumb. Let's bring out a car, like first dunk. Yeah, and make the prop dunk a big show. Yeah, it should be your last one. You can choose when to use it, but yeah, it's going to be everyone's last one. That should be like the, oh gosh, what are they going to do? Exactly. For my next prop, a trampoline. Just bring out a trampoline for a prop. And they would be like, oh my God, whoa. 50. He got so high. The rules online don't classify what a valid attempt is. Why is it valid when people chuck their third shot after missing the first 2? No disqualification for that. Exactly. You just chucked it. For my next prop, turning off gravity. Trampoline dunk from the 3-point line would be tough. That kind of would be tough. That would be super dangerous and kind of tough. That would look cool. Matt got some nice dunks in his bag, but this year was super repetitive. Just him jumping over something. It was just props, man. Castle not winning it is ridiculous. And for the NBA to post these, like they're posting these like, whoa. Whoa. Castle was amazing. Whoa, mind blown. Whoa. For him to like not even get a 50 until his last dunk is disgusting. Whoa, look at him. Whoa, whoa. Isn't he great? Shut up. Should have got a 50 for all those dunks. Maybe not the first one. But I think the first one should have been a 48, 49. It was that good. Clan next prop should be drone, disguised as a saucer, holding the ball in the air so Castle can dunk it. That actually would have been tough. That would have been real. That would have won it. That would have won it. Yeah, if he could have got them to bring like and make it kind of dark and then have the saucer like light up with a green light underneath and then have the ball and then he drops the ball and then he just does like a crazy dunk. That would actually have won him the game. But that's cool. Like that's awesome, but that should have been the last dunk. You know what I mean? Area 51 vibe. That would have been dope. That's actually a really good idea. Dunks the NCAA trophy. Ooh. That would have been cool. That 2-ball dunk was cringe and sad to watch. I thought it was so stupid. I didn't understand that at all. I didn't understand how anybody thought that was cool. Also, not giving a 50 for him, not doing it on the first try when it's a dunk no one has ever seen is stupid. Exactly. I knew they was going to glaze, though. Yeah. We'll end it on this. Paul, hey man, glad we got Castle on our team. For real, what a player he is going to be. We'll leave it on that. French TV was more hyped about Castle than McClung. Well, it sounds like the French know basketball. All right, I'm going to hop off. Just want to come on here and rant. We'll be on tomorrow. I'll hop on. We'll hop on tomorrow and talk about... Yeah, we'll talk about the game. See how that goes. See you, bro. See ya. Everyone have a good night. We got robbed, but it's okay. Hopefully we win tomorrow. But deuces.